What's up, Internet? Cory here, collecting with Cory. We're back with a pickup video. This is going to be my best pickup video ever. Let's go. So, as you can possibly see next to me, I have a table full of stuff. And as you guys have been watching, you notice I don't do any game hunting videos anymore. I'll just say it here. I have honestly completely no interest in doing them anymore, to be honest with you. It's been frustrating trying to film while game hunting. Connecticut is... I feel like Connecticut is probably one of the most competitive places to game hunt. You don't really have, in my opinion, the option to stand there and like record a shelf of DVDs while searching for a game, because the person next to you is just going to reach in and grab it while you have one hand holding a phone. So stuff like that, like garage sales, really rough around here, even on weeks like today when I had a town-wide in a town where I usually do really well. I only got a few games here from that, and I'm actually going to show you those first. And once again, like I said, I don't do garage sale pickup videos anymore, or thrift store pickups. I'm literally only showing you the stuff I'm adding to my collection. So this entire table I have to find a place to put somewhere back here, and it ain't gonna work out, I can tell you that much. So the only video game items I got at garage sales this week, I picked up 4 games. One of them I'm not keeping, and it's kind of funny that it coincides with the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out, because we picked up basically most of the Mortal Kombat games on the PS2. Not keeping Deadly Alliance because it wasn't complete and it's in rough shape. But for $5 each at garage sales, I was able to pick up Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Deception, and Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. And also, if you haven't seen the new Mortal Kombat movie, I'd say go see it. It's the second best video game movie they've made, right behind the original Mortal Kombat. Because of the lack of organization I have on this table, as you can see, I'm legitimately just going to go from the front to the back. So normally in a pickup video, you would have like a pickup of the week, or like, you know, you save the best for last. At the time of filming this, I have about 16 different the best for lasts in this video. So it'd be kind of hard to differentiate between them. So I'm just going to go in the order we have it here, and whatever's last is last. It's probably going to be amazing, to be honest with you. This is a toy find. I picked this up. I don't even remember where I got this. I think this was a flea market? No. Garage? It might have been a thrift store. It was one of the three. I paid $4 for it. In the past, I've had 2XL in my collection. I had this as a kid. This is by far the best condition one I've come across. I tested it. It works perfectly fine. I don't have any of his tapes to actually play the game with him, but absolutely cool. Really loved this toy as a kid, and I'm happy to have him in my collection. I mean, I figure I've got 3 Robs back there. I can make room for 2XL at least. This was an eBay pickup. This was part of a strategy guide lot. We got 1,000 Arms, the strategy guide. These I picked up from the grid. He had these on clearance. Adding to my growing Catan collection. Catan Histories, Merchants of Europe. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've watched a lot of Catan videos. I've played a lot of Catan. I've got a lot of Catan in my collection. I feel like the base Catan game is probably just the best way to play. So I feel like I have all these expansions, and realistically, I'm probably never going to play them. Or at least probably not going to play them more than once. We also picked up the Ticket to Ride Nordic countries from the grid. Very happy to have those in my collection. Oh, what's this you see? The first of my, I guess, pickups of the week. We picked up a Smoke N64 to replace my regular charcoal one. It came with some controllers that I'm not keeping. It didn't have the Smoke controller, so I'm still on the lookout for that. Really nice condition. I added my own expansion pack because it just came with a jumper. Very happy to have that. Got that from the grid. Also from the grid, we picked up PlayStation Vita. This is the blue one that came to GameStop late. Basically, I think it came out like as they were announcing that the Vita was going to be dying, which was a weird time to put this out. It was like months apart kind of thing. According to Carl, this is modded. I don't really know what that means. Apparently I could play like Super Nintendo games and old games on it. I don't know. I have yet to check it out. I've been really busy. Picked this up from Carl, replacing my Vita. If it plays regular Vita games, I assume it does. Still have yet to test that out. Random pickup from a eBay lot. Army Corps of Hell. Now this game kind of going up a little bit in price, but it was one of those games that Square Enix was like giving away for $5 brand new a while ago. I decided to keep it just because I didn't have it, and you know, Vita games are getting harder to find, harder to afford at the very least. All right, couple Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color games that I've added. This is not complete. I had the box sitting around from a lot I received a while ago. I decided to pick up the cartridge. Eventually, maybe I'll come across the manual for Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force. And I also completed a Pitfall for the Game Boy Color, Beyond the Jungle. Is it a good game? I don't know. From game stores, one thing with picking up and selling games due to space is sometimes you get rid of something that you don't really want to, but it has some value and you need the shelf space, so it's just like kind of like the odd man out. And that was the Colony Wars series for me on the PlayStation. So I decided to pick up Vengeance and Red Sun, Colony Wars 3. Add them back to the collection. Hopefully I can find the space for them. Forgot that I ordered these, to be honest. I have a problem. This was the triple pack from Super Rare Games that contained Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, Unrailed, I think that was the last game they revealed from that, and then also Creeks, which I don't know anything about. And I almost accidentally ended up with 2 sets of that just because I almost bought it twice because I forgot I ordered it. From eBay, I believe, for about $45, I got a brand new sealed Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legends, and the Secret Fairy. Picked this up mostly because I thought I would really like the first game. The first game did not explain how to play it very well, and I kind of lost interest in it. I didn't want to give up on the series yet, and more so I didn't want to have to spend over $100 for this eventually, because come on. I feel like it's almost obvious it's going to be over $100 eventually. Unfortunately, it's brand new sealed, but I've noticed that I've been getting a lot of Switch games lately that the art is like bunched up at the top and it's kind of not all the way at the bottom like it should. So if I open this, when I open this, I'm going to have to move it down, but until then it's just kind of not that great. And a game I picked up from Pixel Heart Limited, Tanuki Justice, because it looked kind of cool. I think that's a European company, and I think someone mentioned ordering from them, and I was just like, oh, I haven't ordered from them before. Let me pick something up, because that's the way I think. Some random games to show you. I don't remember where I got this, probably a thrift store. Amped 3 for the Xbox 360. And a game that I've had in my collection in the past, probably got rid of because of GameStop credit. Kirby, Return to Dreamland. This, I believe, was from a thrift store, possibly? Question mark? Don't know. As I mentioned many times on the channel, I used to play Magic the Gathering. I don't anymore because, well, once you sell out of Magic, you can't get back in. It's just too expensive. If you think video games are expensive, you don't know anything about Magic cards, because, whoa, ridiculous. Like, we're talking, to have a playable deck in some formats, multiple thousands of dollars for roughly 75 cards. Ridiculous. I remember seeing this book back in the day, and I came across it at the thrift store. This is only covering maybe the first 10% of Magic cards. It's the complete encyclopedia of Magic the Gathering. So this was put out like 2 decades ago, most likely. So definitely missing like 2/3 of all of Magic, but I thought it was really cool. Make some room for it on my shelf eventually. Almost knocked over the camera with it. One thing I just got in the mail yesterday. This is the Nintendo Online NES controller set for playing the old vintage Nintendo games on NES or on Switch Online. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm keeping this one. I did order 3 because, I don't know, I was feeling crazy at the time. Like, I thought they were going to be super rare. Because they've recently become available again, I think the price on them is kind of petered off on eBay. And at the time when I ordered these, they were individually going for like $100. And now they're back around $50. So I'll hold on to them. I'm not in any hurry to get rid of them. I know eventually they're going to be super collectible, and I've been watching a lot of Nintendo collecting on YouTube lately, and it just kind of has me thinking for the future, which I suggest people do, collecting-wise, at least, and reselling-wise. I mean, come on, I do it as a full-time job. What else do I want to show next? Or what do I want to show next here? Alright, what do I want to show next? So I picked this up yesterday on a whim, mostly because I have a ridiculous amount of GameStop credit right now. This is R-Type Final 2 Inaugural Flight Edition. Unfortunately, it is GameStop sealed, so, you know, nothing here is actually sealed. And technically, they only sealed the top half of it, so I could open it up and show you all, but I'd suggest you go look at a YouTube video that probably unboxes it if you want to know what's in here. It's basically soundtrack, artwork, and a collector's box, which this is. Thing that's interesting about this is, how are you gonna call a game R-Type Final 2? Like, R-Type Final should have been the last one, right? Final 2. I basically got this Lightning Collection figure for free. Someone listed a lot on eBay for basically the Zeo Rangers for the Lightning Collection. He had the gold, the red, the blue, and the green, which is the latest one to come out. This one's still brand new sealed. All the other ones were in the box, but weren't sealed. Like, they were complete, but I don't keep them sealed. I'm gonna open them eventually. I don't even have any room on my shelf for him right now. I barely have room for him. Picked them up, resold the other ones, made a little bit of money, and got to keep them, so definitely a great deal. A few items that I picked up. These were probably the oldest thing on this table as far as like when I got them. These must have been from a thrift store on a day when I wasn't finding much. Yeah, they were. I paid $4 each on these. We got Frogger, Pac-Man, and Defender. These are the arcade things that Jack's specific, I believe. Question mark? Not Jack's. Who makes this? Basic Fun puts these out. And I think I have some other ones in my collection, but not these. So, kind of building a collection of these until eventually I decide I don't want them, probably. But, here's some interesting stuff. Picked up Mech Assault for the Xbox. This was, I believe, $1 at a garage sale a week or two ago. And these were all from my thrift store. These I picked up over the last week or so. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them, to be honest with you. Now, in the instance of all three of these games, there is a better version out or coming out, theoretically. So we got the first one that I received chronologically. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It's complete. It has all the stuff. Now, realistically, I would like to get the big box version of this. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Nintendo collecting lately. I want, like, the most complete version of it. But realistically, I'm going to buy this again on the Switch at some point. So it's kind of like, why do I need this? This is, like, literally one of those only because you're a collector moments, you know? And then, of course, we had 2 instances of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on the Wii. Probably the worst way to own this game. Found this one first. This was $8. Decided to keep it. And then found this one, also $8. And brand new sealed. Now, just like the other game I showed you, the Ryza game, that the artwork is kind of like shifted. This one's shifted down. So even if someone wanted to like grade this, it probably wouldn't get that good of a grade just because the artwork is off. Like it's way too low. And there's a bunch of space up at top. I decided to keep it because why not? You know? Like, I don't know. I got a problem. So this is actually another one of the oldest things that's been on the table. And the only thing I actually added to the collection from this, the Castlevania double pack, is the game. I had the manual, the art, the box forever sitting on my shelf from a TED deal from a while ago. And where did I get to? Oh, I spent a decent amount. I spent a decent chunk of change on the cartridge. There was a day when I had, that's the problem with me, is if I find nothing on the day and I go to a game store, I'm about to drop some money. I spent, I think, almost $230 at a game exchange. A bunch of Game Boy Advance games and Game Boy Color and Game Boy games you're going to see in this video. That was one of them. I think this was $80, which is like $20 to $30 cheaper than the cheapest one on eBay at the time. So, very happy to finally have that game complete in my collection after so long. I'll just bang out all these Game Boy and Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. Picked this up for a couple dollars at a pawn shop. This is Top Gear Pocket. I believe the rumble feature that it's going to have is probably not going to work. There's a decent amount of battery corrosion in there. Didn't realize that until I got it home. I picked this up, Wario Land 4, because for the longest time I had the box sitting on my shelf that was empty. I assumed I still had that box. I believe I've sold that box since then. So I have the cartridge. X-Men Apocalypse, Reign of Apocalypse. Pick that up. Frogger's Adventure 2. Gauntlet / Rampart. I believe these were from a very cheap eBay auction. Sprint and Spy Hunter. Game & Watch Gallery 4. Batman Vengeance. Alright, this next one was from my thrift store. I believe it was in a bag for like $10 with a bunch of other games. Gradius Galaxies. I believe this one's kind of expensive. I don't remember exactly how much, maybe 50 plus. Some more games that were probably in bags from thrift stores. Tetris DX, which I've now thrown. This is an interesting one. I don't know what it's about. Trouballs. I don't know if this is actually focusing in on these because it's like bright and it's also small. Capcom game. Don't know anything about it. Sonic the Hedgehog, the original game on the Game Boy Advance. Oh, I never put it in there. Yeah, there's the cartridge for Castlevania Double Pack. I guess I never put it in the box, so I can do that in a little bit. Breath of Fire 2, which I thought I had, but I don't. So I'm adding it to the collection now. That was actually going to be a recouper from there. I think I paid $15 for that, and it goes for $30. And I didn't have it, so I'm keeping it. And another one that I thought was going to be a recouper, but then I decided to keep it because it's an Atlas title. Super Robot Tyson Original Generation 2. More from the video game store. We got R-Type DX. Battle Unit Zenith. Or Zeoth. Mylon's Secret Castle for the Game Boy. And Crystallis for the Game Boy Color. Alright, and this stack, I believe, is from the thrift store. These were in bags that were $10 each, and 2 of the games are pretty expensive. Unfortunately, I didn't have them, so they're just added to the collection. But we got a Power Rangers Time Force. I'm really concerned now that the camera's not focusing, but Cruisin' Velocity, which I've never heard of, but it's part of the Cruisin' series, I assume. And then one of the main things that were in the bags at the thrift stores, in addition to a bunch of Pokemon games that I've sold, Metroid Fusion and Metroid Zero Mission, which I already had the not for resale for Metroid Fusion, so adding these to my collection. Alright, you know how I said this video would have like about 16 best find of the week kind of things? Well, here's 2 back-to-back for you. From Sam at the flea market, I decided to add the Zelda Wii U to my collection. Of course, I don't know why I'm showing this like it's special or something. It's literally just a regular Wii U. But we got the gamepad. I've been in search of the box because I would like to have it complete in the box. This is in like immaculate condition too. It's missing the stylus, but I'm pretty sure I can just buy one on eBay. Nothing special about that. I technically don't have any Wii U games, but I've been trying to get Game & Wario just because it's like the only thing on the Wii U that's going to be left that's not ported to the Switch. Oh, you know how I said back-to-back best of the video? Well, at the flea market, I decided to buy a Nintendo Switch Lite, the Pokemon edition. Zacian and Zamazenta edition. It's in really good shape. It's actually in better shape than the other Switch Lite that I had that I decided to get rid of because I have this now. I paid, I believe it was retail. Now it's, given it's, you know, used, the box has a few dents, but the system is in really good shape. And I was willing to pay $200 for it, so that's what I got it for. Very happy to have that in the collection because that's the only Switch Lite that has a special edition, at least in the United States. Couple things I picked up. If I'd honestly known I would have a chance to pick up the Monster Hunter Rise controller, I probably wouldn't have spent $30 for this one at a thrift store. Now, it worked out okay because I already had a Pro controller. I don't think I need 3 of them. So if I need 2, I'll just open that one up. I'm not getting rid of it, so I don't mind using it. This one is actually just an empty box. I have the other 2 controllers actually hooked up right now because I had stuff that I was testing out and trying. Pokemon Snap, pretty good. Yeah, but $30 for this. It's actually working really well. And I'll end up selling the extra controller I have and just keeping this box for my collection. This goes to the Wii U. Randomly, GameStop had the Super 7 kind of retro style Soundwave on sale, or well, clearance, for about $15, so I decided to pick that up. My friend Ted hooked me up proper with volume 59 of Goosebumps, The Haunted School. I'm down to 1 that I need for my collection, and I still get to say that the entire collection has been thrifted because my friend Ted found it at a thrift store. So I traded him for this, and I'm 1 away. Okay, another thrift store find. I've been trying to collect the entire Star Wars Galaxy of Fear series. It's basically Goosebumps, but in the Star Wars universe. Don't remember picking this up, but it's on the table. Super Street Fighter 4 3D edition. This was like one of the damn near release titles for the 3DS, and I finally have it. This was from a garage sale that the Unknown Game Hunter and I both went to. Picked up Soul Calibur, the guide for the collection. And wow, we are almost through. So, these next items I was able to find at Savers. Of course his head's gonna do that. We got the Generation 1 Grimlock in really nice condition. I'm happy I'm finally showing him in this pickup video so I can put him back on my desk where he belongs. And his head keeps falling down because reasons. He's not in the best condition, but we now have a Generation 1 Shockwave. And he does fully transform. He is missing a few pieces when he is transformed. His little antennae need to come up. I think, design-wise, this is probably like one of the cooler Generation 1 figures. And I know if I had it as a kid and it transformed into a gun, that would have been pretty cool. So, alright, so this next one is another one where I didn't pick up the whole item, but I now completed it. So, finally, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. I have the manual. It's not in great condition. But I've been looking at manuals for this on eBay forever. For about 2 years now. I've been searching for the no, probably about a year. But that's a ton of searches with how often I search eBay. Finally have it complete. And because of the way it worked out, I actually got it for free. Because the person that sold it to me had the case and the manual, but no game. So I bought the case and manual for $60, and I think I sold it for like $75, just the case. That's a great deal. Make like a couple dollars and get the manual. I can't complain about that. So, thrift store find that I decided to keep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up for the Wii. I think I've had this in the past for the PS2, but I'm sure the Wii version probably looks just as good, if not a little bit better. had a pretty crazy Sega Saturn pickup, and I have to give a big shout out to Gamers Manuel, because one of the reasons I was procrastinating about doing this pickup video is I didn't want to show these Saturn games in really rough, downright shitty condition. And that's because they come in these cases that crack very easily, get destroyed all the time. He was able to, when we were at the flea market one day, just a couple days ago actually, there was some Sega CD games that used the same cases, and the seller wasn't there. And basically the vendor next door to him said he wouldn't have been there for like another hour, hour and a half. That seller ended up buying them from the guy, who then sold them for the same price to Manny, and then Manny gifted them to me, so I'm very appreciative of that. Big shout out to Gamers Manuel, who of course everybody's already subscribed to, because come on. And finally I can show you these games. This one actually wasn't from the same place. This is one of the ones that I had found to help replace a case, and I wasn't going to keep this game. I was just going to use it to replace one of the cases that I needed. But Manny came through, so I don't need it anymore, so I'm keeping this. Siberia for the Sega Saturn. I believe I've had this in the past for the PlayStation. Galactic Attack. I believe this is like a 50, 80, maybe more expensive game. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've looked these up. Iron Man, Exo Manowar, and Heavy Metal. Now, I do have this on the PS2, on the PS1. Realistically, I'm going to keep this version because it's going to be harder to find. I think they're both worth within like $10 of each other. And I did a lot of like gameplay comparisons. There's a few on YouTube, and it looks the same. It really does. Like, it's one of those games where like there's really no difference, like, from what I could tell between the two versions. So keeping that one, I guess. I'm gonna get rid of the PS1 version. Battle Arena Toshinden Ura Ultimate Revenge Attack is what that stands for. Happy to add that one to the collection. Darius Gaiden. Like I said before, how many best of the week, best pickup of the week, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, games have I shown you, or pickups have I shown you in this? I was able to count 16 before I did the video. And Panzer Dragoon Zwei, which is damn near a $100 game now. Unfortunately, there is some water damage to the back cover. The manual's actually fine. It's just the back art insert of it. So, very happy and very lucky to add Saturn games to the collection, and to have friends like Manuel who will help me with my collection like that. So, big shout out. I guess I'll start here. It's one of my pickup videos, so of course there's going to be a legitimate F-ton of Switch games. So, I picked up, this is The Police. This is the first one. This is brand new seal. This was on eBay for like $12. Sayonara Wild Hearts. I've heard a lot of people talking good things about this game, so I decided to pick it up. This was GameStop new, so I basically opened it, because the longer you leave those stupid stickers they put on there, the worse it's going to be to get them off. Actually, I think I ended up replacing the case, because I have a bunch of extra Switch cases, so I'm pretty sure I didn't even remove it. I just trashed that case and put it in a new one. Really annoying that they do that. Some whatever from Limited Run Games. Alright, next up, like everybody else, got Shantae. Risky's Revenge Director's Cut. I don't know if I have the right cards with them. Yeah, I do. I actually did that accidentally on purpose. I feel like I'm posing for the thumbnail. I think this is going to be it. Actually, I should probably pose with something that someone couldn't have just bought retail, you know? So, also, Shantae, Half Genie Hero. I do have all the games on the Switch now for Shantae. Unfortunately, I'm the only person that's going to say this. Unfortunately, I bought the stupid edition for Pirate's Curse, and now I'm in like that weird spot where that's the only collector's edition Shantae game I have. So I'm like, I kind of want to just have the regular edition, but at the same time, it's worth more. I don't know what to do. First world problems. Added Lego City Undercover to my collection again. I played a couple hours of this way back when the Switch was like really new. And I don't play a lot of Lego games, so disclaimer right there. I feel like there's a lot of time wasters in this, so I didn't really want to keep it for my collection. I ended up trading it in. Got it for like $14 shipped on eBay. This is another one of those games I picked up at the game store, Game Exchange. They had this for, I think, $45. This is Chasm. Ted talked this game up a lot to me back when it was on sale on the eShop or whatever. Decided to pick it up physical because that's the kind of person I am. I'd rather spend $45 than $3, apparently. Another limited run game. Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance Tactics. I did not hear great things about this, but I like tactical games. I love the Dark Crystal, so here it is. Another one of those ones that I ordered a long time ago, finally came in. Coffee Talk. This was put out by Strictly Limited. I ordered this twice accidentally, and luckily was able to profit off the second one. I only made like $20 selling it on eBay, but that's better than having to, you know, just have two, not be able to make anything off it, I guess. Another one from the game store, Darius. I'm gonna have to look at the front because it has no English on the spine there. Darius Cosmic Collection. This was another one that was like $45, $50 and goes for a little bit more on eBay, so I decided to pick it up for the collection. As everybody else picked up, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. The card. Eventually I'll open. The thing with my limited run games is like, I like putting these cards inside them because I don't plan on ever getting rid of them. You know, like they're going to be in my collection forever, so it doesn't matter if they're sealed. But like at the same time, it feels so weird to just open something up just so I could not be inconvenienced by this card. Because they announced the Great Attorney Saga something for the Switch, like another Ace Attorney, the Great Ace Attorney Saga, whatever. I decided to pick up the import of the Phoenix Wright trilogy, which I've wanted forever, had my eye on. Apparently I bought it brand new, I didn't even realize that, for about $35. It was on Amazon or eBay, I don't remember. As I mentioned earlier, Pokemon Snap. Now, technically, I should have a pre-order bonus coming to me. I don't know when it'll get here. I bought the bundle version, whatever, that Walmart had that came with a hat, because I figured it was the item that I would get the most use out of. I don't have room on my walls for double-sided posters, so might as well get the hat. I don't have the hat yet, and the game is, of course, in my system because I was playing it yesterday. And last time I did a pickup video, I showed you the first premium edition game, Super Blood Hockey. I decided to go back and pick up Pigeon Dev Games Collection. I'm going to be honest, this was a FOMO purchase. I don't know anything about this. I haven't opened it. I don't know. Not the way I would have planned it, but I am ending on two items that I would consider like a, you know, great thing to end a video on. Pickup of the week kind of item. A while ago, I had a slim PS2 Silver that I ended up replacing with the white one. That one I sold on eBay, and it arrived damaged. And I was really annoyed because I considered that one to be like really collection quality. So I was upset to receive that back in such bad condition. Buyer said it was, you know, damaged. Like the front part here was like cracked and like bent slightly. I got it back. I pushed it back in place and it worked just fine. So UPS or whoever shipped it, USPS, kind of just screwed me out of a little bit of profit. I've since sold that one again for maybe like $10 less than I did in the first place. And I was lucky to come across this one, which is honestly, aside from like a few like hard to see, I mean, look at it in this picture. You can barely see any imperfections with it. So I was able to add this to my collection, which is not the same one, with the controller also in really nice condition. Just have to wait and try and find a box because I'm a collector. I want it in the box. And the last like big item that I've received lately was a Facebook Marketplace deal. I don't even get many local deals like that anymore. I was having trouble remembering which one it was even on. I decided to pick this up because it was 3 items. 2 of them, well, 1 of them I wanted for the collection. There were 2 Switch games that I already had, but these were like the big boy collector's editions. So the one I really wanted for the collection, which I'll show you first because it's on top, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, the Seasons of Warfare edition. Comes with the steelbook, the art book, I believe, and this ridiculously hard to find a spot for box, basically. Very happy to finally have it because I missed out on it. And the other one, which I was planning on just selling, but I'm a collector. I keep saying that, but it's like my new mindset with these things. Like, I don't want to regret getting rid of this for like just an extra $30 on it, because I already have this game, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I have it brand new sealed. I could probably sell the sealed version for, like I said, $30 less than I could probably sell this for, so why not keep this? Like, I don't need the $30 that badly. Yeah, if you've been keeping count at home, let me know how many pickups of the week were in this video. I like I said, I counted 16. Technically, I have a 17th on the way, coming in the mail, but for some reason the UPS tracking just isn't updating, so I didn't want to put this off any longer and just wait for it to arrive, because I don't know when it's coming. So, like the video, go check out Gamers Manual, go check out the Unknown Video Game Hunter, because they're really putting out really good pickup videos also, and they're local. They're my competition technically, but they're also my friends, so I, want to see them do well. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys.